Good morning, everybody. Today is an extremely busy day. Got so much going on, it's making my head spin already.
Told you not to call here. It's not for sale. Quit texting me and aggravating.
So far this morning, we have all our loan documents in order. We're waiting on just a couple of little adjustments to the loan documents in order to get them sent off to the other lawyer's office. That way I can get this closing done. We are truly stressed out right now because now the pod is going to move on Monday. It is almost impossible to get through, the Pack Rat, or I think it's Pack Rat is the company. I've been calling them for days now and I can't get a hold of anybody. So we're trying to make sure that her stuff doesn't move without her, as well as when is it going to close, because she has all her stuff packed up, including her bed is inside of the Pack Rat already. Besides that, I already sent out a list to get skip trace yesterday. I didn't have time to set up the campaign for the text messaging, so I'm actually going to set it up right now. As a matter of fact, I'm getting emails as we speak about this closing. So hopefully we can get everything situated today, get everything rolling, and I'm also going to show you the results of my text messaging campaign. I'm going to send out, I don't know, like maybe 2,000 text messages, so you guys will be able to see what the response rate is, and usually it goes on throughout the whole day. I send them out before 9 o'clock and it's 9:55. Probably a little later than usual, but people will still be able to respond by lunchtime. Usually it takes about, 6 hours for everybody to reply. Sometimes they'll reply next day. It really all depends on the situation. These people are brand new, never texted them before. So this is gonna show you guys what a new list looks like when you text it, how many people are gonna respond out of the 1,000. Out of those 1,000 people, I'm pretty sure that I'm not gonna get a lot of cell phones. It's usually like 60% hit rate on cell phones. So if 60% of them are cell phones, that means maybe 600 text messages are gonna go out with a total of maybe, 100 responses, if that. So we'll see. Let's continue on the day and see what it brings. Also rocking my Deal Machine shirt. This is actually an old Deal Machine shirt. That's why it looks so faded. I got it last year, so that's why it's time for a new one. Alright, so what did I end up sending out? I'm going to tell you guys right now. I'm going to pull it up here on the computer. So I actually had a lot more text messages to send out than I thought. So total text messages that are actually going to go out, it's actually going to end up going out for a few days because there's too many. 3,131 text messages. So I'm expecting maybe 1,000 to 1,500 being actual cell phone numbers. My texting service will only allow 100 text messages per phone number. I have 5 phone numbers. I don't order large amounts of phone numbers anymore just because I used to do it at first where I would send out like 2,000-3,000 in a day, but it was so hard to keep track of all the replies that I send out only a couple hundred a day, and then the 500 that are gonna go out today, whatever is left over is just gonna carry over to the next day minus the weekend. So Saturday and Sunday, terrible days to text. I shouldn't be telling you guys that, but terrible days to text on Saturday and Sunday. So it'll go back out on Monday and carry over Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Probably it'll end on Wednesday. Always shoot them out at 9 in the morning. Right now it's 10:39, so it's a little later, but at least it's still before lunchtime. People usually will reply. As a matter of fact, I got 2 replies. I'll tell you guys exactly how much I sent out so far. The texting service I use is Slingshot SMS. It's not for everybody. The reason why I say that is you have to qualify to use the service. You have to do an interview, and then in order to start using it, you have to upload $500 into the text messaging system. So obviously if you don't have $500 to put into it, you're not going to be able to use it. But they allow me to send out about 10,000 text messages a day if I have the phone numbers available. Each phone number is $1, and you pay $1 per each phone number every month. So I got 5 phone numbers. I pay $5 a month for those phone numbers. They take it out of the $500, as well as when you send that text messaging, it takes it out of the balance that you have of the $500. So it's kind of like you're prepaying for the text messaging. That's basically all it is. I always upload just $500 every couple of months. Usually we go through about $150 to $200, sometimes $300 in text messaging a month. So it really all depends. As of right now, it's sent out, I'm gonna refresh this right now, 47 text messages, and I've gotten 2 replies back. So let's see what the reply is. One is a flat out no, and the second one is something that I see sometimes, which is this is an invalid number. Here's the thing, there's no special script that you need to use in order to send out text messaging. Be as simple as possible. I straight up tell people, hey, I passed your property on 123 Main Street a few days ago. Is this Bob? That's it. They'll reply back. No, yes, maybe. Why? What do you want to know? Hey, Bob, are you interested in selling your property? No. Okay, Bob, thanks a lot. Will I still call him? Probably. But at least I can weed out and see, yeah, you know, I actually been thinking about selling. Okay, cool. You mind if I give you a call real quick? Give him a call and you work out the details, go from there. I've closed countless deals from text messaging. I to be honest, I don't have a number figure on how many I've closed through text messaging alone. And when I mean close, like ask them the qualifying questions. Are you interested in selling? When are you interested in selling by? And how much do you want? Come to an agreement. All right, talk 2 minutes on the phone. Hey, my name is Dan. All right, hey Dan, what's up? Hey Bob, I'm gonna go ahead and send you that agreement. What's your email? Send them the agreement. Literally, probably about 20 text messages between me and the seller, and then another 5 minutes on the phone. You're looking at a total work time of picking it up on the contract within what, an hour or two? Go out there, take a couple pictures, another hour, so you got 3 hours in, you got $10,000 on the table. Not bad at all. So yeah, so far I'm not getting any replies other than those two. One is just, you know, invalid number. The other one just told me a flat out no. I'm still gonna call them. I'm gonna call them. Because sometimes people will say no in text messaging just because they don't want you to text them anymore. But they'll pick up the phone and talk to you. I've had countless people say no through text messaging, and you call them and they're like, oh yeah, you're that guy that texts me? Hey, what's up? Or I'll give you an example. The deal that is supposed to be closing but is still having issues. She received the text message from me. She received the ringless voicemail from me, and she didn't call until I sent her a piece of mail. So that goes to show you, even though they might not pick up the phone, maybe they say no in a text message, if you send them the right marketing that they want to respond to, you'll get a really good success rate. That lady went on my website, saw my website, submitted her information on the website for me to call her. That way she could talk to us and see what we had to offer. On my website, it shows all the different reasons why we purchase properties, and the fact that we purchase property as is. They pay no closing costs. We don't charge any type of real estate commissions or anything like that. So it's pretty cool. I'm gonna let this thing roll on. I'll hop back on here in maybe 30 minutes to see what the response is in text messaging within about 45 minutes. I think I sent it out, I don't know, like 15, 20 minutes ago, maybe less than that. It's probably been like 10 minutes. But in 30 minutes, I'll show you what the response is and what you're gonna expect to get out of text messaging. Now, I will say this, text messaging, it works a lot. It works really good, but it really depends on the text messaging service that you use. So come back in 30 minutes, let's see what happens. All right, so here are the results of that text messaging campaign that I sent out. So like I told you guys before, I'm limited to about 500 text messages per day because I only have 5 phone numbers, 100 text messages per phone number. And so I sent out a total of 500. In reality, it actually sent 1,203, but 702 were not cell phones. So if you do, 1,203 minus 702, it should give you about 500. I'm not doing the math off the top of my head, but total text messages sent, and this is including some replies, 530. Out of those 530, I got 81 text messages back. How many people replied out of those 530? Are 81 messages, but that's including, replies. They're replying back and forth to me. I'm asking them questions. So out of those 500, maybe 50 are the ones that actually responded to those text messages. Now, does that mean that it's only those 50 and I'm not going to get more later? No. I was hoping to show you results within 30 minutes, but actually 2 hours passed by and we ended up getting the 81 messages in response. Still not bad. In reality, do I see this as a failure? No, because I actually weeded out a lot of the wrong numbers too, because this is how we basically minimize the amount of people that we are sending ringless voicemails to. We're calling less people. So what that does is, in our marketing, that's basically, trimming the fat. We're getting to the people that we need to get in contact with and weeding out all the people that we didn't get in contact with. So if you think about let's say 50 people that said they're either not interested or not the right owner, we just literally eliminated 50 minutes from cold calling. 50 minutes. That's a long time. That means 50 other people can get called in that time frame versus calling these people that either are not interested or are not the right owners. Other than that, guess what? I got the loan documents, but there's another issue that I have to deal with, which is the pack rat company says that they don't have any availability to move that container for another 2 weeks. So it's either the container's gonna move without the owner or the container's gonna move over there after the owner does. So what we did was we opted for the container to move there before. We double checked with the trailer company to make sure that it was gonna be okay with them first. And now she's upset because she's gonna be 2 days without her stuff, but in reality she's gonna get it faster if we send it over now than later, because she's gonna be there a week and a half without any of her stuff. Complications during a closing, man, they happen, but you gotta work through them. Figure out a way. Don't just throw your hands up and be like, you know what, I can't do it, because in reality problems are always going to come up during closing. I actually got another one right now, a super huge problem. House burnt down. The lady never called the insurance company and she never called the mortgage company. So guess what, they want to foreclose on a house that doesn't exist anymore. And then it makes it even worse is this is a subprime mortgage from 2004. So guess what, the bank doesn't exist. So what are your options? Easy. You can't do anything about it. I'm gonna try to call some banks around. The loan is owned by Deutsche Bank, so if you have any information about Deutsche Bank or know how to get in contact with their loss mitigation or loss prevention, let me know, because I really want to get in contact with them, because this is already assigned and now I gotta fork over $1,000 to give the EMD back to the buyer. Nonetheless, you know, these type of things happen. You have to work through them. These properties are not easy to get for a reason, because they have problems behind them, and they're people that have problems that either they, one, got themselves into these issues on their own, or things just happen and steps weren't taken or advice wasn't given on how to work through these situations. So help these people out. Don't be afraid. Problems are gonna come along. You just gotta deal with the problems. There ain't nothing you can do about it. So I was already getting ready to leave before even finishing my video for the day, and not much else happened other than we did get the documents for my closing. Hopefully it'll happen on Wednesday. We gotta wait for a few other pieces to come into play, but so far it looks pretty promising, so I'm really happy about that. Yeah, 2 more properties under contract today, so that's also awesome. I have a total of 9 properties under contract, with about 4 of them going to closing. Hopefully all the title work comes back. I know one of them is gonna close. The other 3, we'll figure it out, see what happens with them. So I'm really happy with the results of what we've been able to accomplish this week, as well as today. Today I got a lot, you know, that I got done. I sent out those text messages. I also brought in some other new lists. We got a bunch of new people to contact. There's literally probably, I don't know, maybe 2,000-3,000 people now that I got to contact that we haven't contacted for the very first time, which is pretty good. I didn't think I could pull that off. But again, we're not calling any different lists or do anything different. We're literally just driving for dollars. Maybe a couple of other little lists here and there that I pull from PropStream. But it's basically just to refine the current data that I already have. I have probably about 8,000 people in my database, which has grown tremendously from last year when I only had maybe 500. I know today wasn't very eventful, not really a lot going on. As far as work-wise though, yes, I got a lot of stuff accomplished. This is a ordinary day. I've been up since about 5 o'clock in the morning. So a lot of work has gone into this day. Been going at it for 12 hours straight. I know a lot of you might think that being a business owner is really easy. It's really not. You really got to self-motivate yourself, because there's nobody telling you to get out of bed and go get that money. That's the reality of it. A lot of self-motivation, a lot of hard work, a lot of effort. That's what drives me every single day, and knowing that I'm going to go out and find me some properties, because if I don't go out and look, I ain't going to find anything. It's not going to just land in my lap. We actively go hard every single day. 500 people every day. That's how you close deals. When you contact 2,000 people in a week, that's when you start really making some good money in this business. I appreciate you guys watching. I hope you guys have a great day, and I'll see you guys on the next vlog.